Hello, 8th grade. So today for IXL, we are going to start a new topic. This is one of my favorites. It has a lot to do with geometry and equations still. So let me show you exactly what it's going to be. Okay, so today we're going to work on this one right here. Area between two shapes. So topic is B, volume, area between two shapes. Okay, so let's look at them. Okay, circles. Circles are the hardest ones, but they're the most fun. So two equations you need to write down right off the bat. The area of a circle, area equals pi times r squared, which is pi times your radius squared. And radius, remember, is from the center to the end. So radius from here to here is 14. Radius from here to all the way to the end would be 14 plus 24. Okay, now circumference. Circumference, which is the length all the way around the circle, that is going to be 2 times pi times your radius. Okay, but in this question, it's asking us what is the area of the shaded, so the green. In order to do that, we need to find out what the area is of this middle one, what the area is of this big one, and then subtract the two. So let's first find the area of just the white inside circle here. Area is going to be, so I'm going to write area of inside circle. Okay, that's going to be pi 3.14 times, it says right here your radius is 14, so times 14 squared. Okay, I am going to use a calculator for this part. You can use one too, it's okay. So if I do 14 times 14, I get 196 times 3.14. So my area of the inside is going to be 615 and 44 hundredths. Okay, now let's find the area of the outside. So area of outside. Okay, again, it's going to be pi times r squared. So now if we look, this is 14, but to get out to here, it's 24. So 14 plus 24, right, is going to be 38. So times 38 squared. So 38 times 38. 38 times 38 is 1,444 times pi, which is 3.14. So the area of the outside is going to be 4,534 and 16 hundredths. Okay, so now to find the green part, I just need to subtract these two numbers. Subtract my big area and subtract my area from the inside. So if I do 4,534 and 16 hundredths minus 615 and 44 hundredths, I get 3,918 and 72 hundredths. And that is going to be my answer. All right, it says write your answer as a whole number or a decimal rounded to the nearest hundredth. So I'm going to do that to the nearest hundredth. So 3,918 72 hundredths. Let's see if I'm right. Correct, right? So that is all you're going to do for circles. Let's move on to squares. Please watch that over again. If you need additional instruction on circles, watch that video one more time. All right, so now we're going to do squares. Squares are easy. Base times height, right? So the area of a square is just base times height. Okay, so we need to find the area of the big square, the area of the small square, and subtract the two. So let's first find the area of the big square. 35 times 35 is all it is. So area of big equals 35 times 35, right? 35 times 35 is 1,225. Okay, now let's find the area of the small square, just 19 times 19. So area of small is 19 times 19. 19 times 19 is 361. And now we just got to subtract 1,225 from 361. So 1,225 minus 361, and you get 864. So 864 is going to be the area of the shaded region, right? Okay. Let's move on to triangles. Remember, area of a triangle, base times height times 1/2. Okay. So once again, we need to find the area of the big triangle first. So I'm going to write big triangle here is 40, right? Because that's my height. Base is 32 times 1/2. Okay, so 40 times 32 times 0.5, 640 is the big triangle. Now let's do the small triangle. Small triangle, the height is going to be 26. The base is 21. Multiply that by 1/2. So 26 times 21 times 0.5, 273. And just subtract these now. Right, 640 minus 273, you get 367 is the area of the shaded part. 367. Okay. We're going to skip this one. This one's a square. I just showed you how to do square. Let's go to a harder one. Circle. Let's see if there's a harder circle. Let's see if there's a harder one. Ah, great. Okay, let's look at this circle one more time. These are the hardest ones. You should already have the two equations written down from the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to write those down again. Let's read this. Both circles have the same center. The circumference of the inner circle, right? So the inner circle is 282.6. What is the area of the outside? So we need to find what the radius is because it doesn't give us the radius, right? We don't know what the radius is, so we need to find that. I told you at the beginning of this video that your circumference equals 2 times pi times r. We know what 2 is. We know what pi is. We are looking for r. It gives us circumference, so we can find r. It tells us that the circumference of the inner circle is 282.6, and that equals 2 times pi times r. So we can find out what r is now, right? So this is going to break down to be 282.6 equals 3.14 times 2 gives us 6.28 times r. In order to get r by itself, we need to divide this side by 6.28. We need to divide this side by 6.28. So 282.6 divided by 6.28 is going to give us 45, and that is our radius. So we know now here to here is 45. Okay, so 45 plus 19 is going to give us our radius for the whole circle. All right, so we need to find out what the area of the shaded region is. Let's first find what the area of the inside region is. All right, so I'm going to erase this. So have this down. I'm going to write up here that my radius of the inside, so I don't forget, is 45. Okay, So first, to find the area of the inside circle, remember I said area is pi times r squared. We know what the radius is now, so we can find the area of the inside of the circle. So area is pi times 45 squared. 45 times 45 is 2025 times pi 3.14. So the area of the inner circle is 6,358.5. Okay, let's find the area of the outer part now. So remember I said 45 is from here to here, but plus another 19, right? 64. Okay, so the whole radius from here to here is 64. So to do that, we got to do the area is pi times r squared, 64 squared. Okay, so 64 times 64 is 4,096 times pi gives us 12,861 and 44 hundredths. So now we just need to subtract these, subtract this from this, and we finally have our final answer. So 12,861 and 44 hundredths minus 6,358.5 gives us 6,502.94 or 94 hundredths. Let's see if I am correct. 6,502.94. Please be right. There we go. Okay, so that is all you're going to be doing today. This one's square. You should know how to do square. The hardest one's circle. And I gave you the equations for circles, so write those down. Watch this video again and again and again if you need to. Make sure you hit turn in on Google Classroom after you're done with IXL. If you hit turn in before, I'm going to grade what you have done so far. So make sure you do IXL, complete it 100%, then hit turn in on Google Classroom. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment on this post. Mrs. Morton or I will respond. Hope you all have a great day. Take care.